Tonight, let this story be a soft lullaby to calm your soul. Aster and Teela, the lullaby of friendship. This story is about Aster and Teela, who create a lasting legacy of friendship through their garden in Evergrove. Once upon a time, in the lush, verdant fields of Evergrove, there was a young man named Aster, whose heart was as pure as the crystal waters of the mountain streams nearby. Aster, with his chestnut brown hair and eyes that mirrored the deep blue sky, often wandered through the meadows, feeling the whisper of the wind on his skin and embracing the gentle warmth of the sun. His dearest companion was an enchanting toad named Teela. Teela lived just across the brook, in a little haven where lily pads floated like emeralds and dragonflies danced under the moon. She had the kind of wisdom only the forest itself could impart, and her eyes shimmered with emerald hues that reflected all the wonder of the world. Aster and Teela had been friends since he stumbled upon her while picking wildflowers years ago. Teela's throat was a symphony to a melody that spoke of secrets only nature knew. Together, they explored the realms of Evergrove, basking in the beauty of changing seasons and the treasures hidden within the mossy crevices of ancient trees. On one particular afternoon, as the sun hung lazily in the sky scattering its golden rays, Aster sat beside Teela at their favorite spot by the brook. It was here, amidst the symphony of chirping crickets and rustling leaves, that Aster felt an urge to ponder legacy, not one given by bloodline, but by friendship and the love shared between every living being. Aster turned to Teela and asked, "Dear friend, what legacy shall we leave in this world once we have traversed our journey?" Teela replied with a wise smile, "Our legacy, dear Aster, lies in the hearts we touch and the memories we create. Just as the forest grows and changes through time, so do we leave our mark." Together, they imagined a world where every creature, each leaf and riffle in the water, had a story and a purpose. They dreamt of planting a garden that would grow for ages, its flowers vibrant with the tales of their friendship. A place where children and animals alike could find peace and learn the timeless essence of love and acceptance. As twilight spread its velvety cloak over Evergrove, Aster and Teela planted the first seed in their garden an oak tree, symbolizing strength and endurance. They watered it tenderly under the silvery gaze of the moon, their hearts filled with the promise of a new beginning. Years passed, and their garden blossomed, attracting creatures from all walks of life, forming a living tapestry of relationships painted with kindness and respect. Elders shared stories of Aster and Teela by the warm glow of the garden center, ensuring their legacy thrived in the generations to come. Their bond had become a legacy, a gentle force that inspired all Evergrove to embrace kinship and cherish each moment, each shared smile. For Aster and Teela, their garden was not just a testament to their friendship, but a beacon of hope, proving that love and unity could transcend any boundary and blossom in the hearts of all those who wandered into their grove. Here's another story to bring you comfort and peace. Silver Bell and the Winter Spirit's Memories. This story is about a young girl named Silver Bell who meets the winter spirit Heather, sharing and cherishing the rich memories of the ancient forest. In the hidden corners of the world, where the whispers of winter's breath touch the last leaves of autumn, a young girl named Silver Bell lived. She was known for her long silver hair that glowed under the moonlight and eyes as deep as the icy lakes. Her village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest, which folklore claimed was inhabited by mystical spirits that guarded nature itself. One crisp winter night, with snowflakes dancing to the earth, Silver Bell wandered into the forest following the soft murmurs carried by the cold wind. Her hands brushed against the frosty leaves, sparking a ticklish sensation in her palms. As she ventured deeper, The world's noises were replaced by the gentle whispers of the snow. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the veil of icy mist, her presence as gentle as the first snow. This was Heather, the winter spirit, with hair like crystal and frost, and eyes that held the wisdom of countless winters. "Do not fear, young one," Heather spoke, her voice echoing the quiet lull of snowflakes. Silverbell, though surprised, felt an indescribable warmth spread through her heart. "If I could sense your spirit yearning for the tales of the past," Heather continued. "Tell me," Silverbell whispered eagerly, her breath forming little clouds in the frigid air. And so, Heather shared tales of the forest's history, of trees once vibrant in color, and animals that thrived in harmony. Together, they imagined the dance of the deer in the meadow and the flight of birds across a sky painted with dawn's first light. As Heather spun her stories, the surroundings seemed to pulse with a gentle life. Each tale wove memories into the fabric of the forest, resonating with the soul of nature. "Remember these stories, Silverbell," Heather said softly, "for they are the memory of them." And Silverbell did, treasuring each word as a precious gem. The night deepened, and as the moon hung high, Heather beckoned Silverbell to a clearing where a lone mighty oak stood. It was ancient, its bark a tapestry of time, and its branches swaying gently as if acknowledging their presence. Heather touched the tree, infusing it with an ethereal glow that illuminated the forest. "In its heart lies our memories," she explained, "a guardian of the stories carried through the ages." Silverbell placed her hand on the tree, and felt a warmth, not of fire, but of life itself. As the dawn painted the sky with hues of rose and gold, Silverbell knew she had to return. Her heart was a tapestry of stories woven by Heather's gentle words, a cherished gift she vowed to share with others. "Thank you," Silverbell whispered, tears of gratitude glistening in her eyes. Heather smiled, her presence fading with the morning mist. "We are always with you, in every snowflake, in every whisper of the wind." Silverbell left the forest that day, forever changed, her spirit renewed. And whenever winter's breath touched the village, she would gather the children to tell them of the forest and the gentle winter spirit named Heather, weaving memories into their hearts as they sat by the warm hearth, dreaming of the magic that lingered in the woods. The next story awaits to bring you closer to sleep. The and Azalea's Starry Adventure. This story is about P and Azalea's magical adventure to explore the stars and learn of their timeless wonders. In a small village, nestled between lush green hills, there was a human girl named P. She had bright eyes and an insatiable curiosity about the night sky. Every evening, she would sit by her window and gaze at the stars, each twinkle sparking a new question in her mind. One day as she wandered in the nearby enchanted forest, she met Azalea, a charming animal with shimmering fur and eyes that glowed like moonstones. Azalea had the ability to speak, and with a voice as soft as the night breeze, she said, "I can show you the stars up close." P's heart leapt with joy. Together, they embarked on a magical journey to the stars, riding on a silver comet that whizzed them into the sky. The world below became a canvas of lights, and the Star Lake, as they called it, was more breathtaking than P had ever imagined. Azalea explained the constellations, stories written in stars across the expanse of the universe, filling P's mind with endless wonders. They danced round radiant stars, each pulsating with vibrant colors, bathing the duo in warm, gentle light. As they soared higher, they encountered the Starkeepers, ethereal beings who cared for the stars. The Starkeepers welcomed them warmly, sharing tales of ancient times and the formation of the cosmos. He realized that stars were not just distant lights but living records of time and space. Azalea, with a soft purr, reminded P that these moments were precious, much like the stars themselves. As their journey neared the silver comet gently brought them back to the forest, the dawn looming on the horizon. Back in the village, P found a new sense of wonder and appreciation for the night sky, her heart forever touched by the celestial adventure she shared with Azalea. She knew that whenever she gazed up, she wasn't just looking at stars, but reliving the magical journey again and again. Let's move gently into another comforting story. The Sweet Pea and Marigold's Magical Library Adventure. This story is about Sweet Pea and Marigold discovering a magical library within a mysterious book and experiencing enchanting adventures. Underneath the vast starlit sky, Sweet Pea, a curious human with a heart full of dreams, wandered the realm. Sweet Pea was fond of books. They were her portal to worlds beyond known horizons. One evening, as the light of the golden sun dipped below the hills, Sweet Pea nestled comfortably in her reading nook. Her room was a magical sanctuary filled with books from floor to ceiling. Each book held tales that tempted her curiosity and kindled the glow of wonder deep within her heart. Marigold, an air elemental, was her friend from the ethereal breezes that danced through Sweet Pea's world. Marigold had a swirling aura of shimmering blues and whites that sparkled like dew under the morning sun. Together, they shared stories that flitted on the air, riding the gentle winds of inspiration. One night, as Sweet Pea opened an ancient tome she discovered beneath a dusty shelf, Marigold sensed something peculiar. The book was adorned with mystical symbols unfamiliar to Sweet Pea, yet they resonated with ethereal energy. As she whispered the opening lines, the room began to softly glow. Pages fluttered, as if with the breath of whispered wonders, and Marigold felt a pulse of magic. The symbols in the book shimmered, and Sweet Pea found herself surrounded by a glimmering library where every dream and tale she ever imagined flickered to life. The Marigold danced joyously amongst the twinkling stories, guiding Sweet Pea through realms where clouds painted tales in hues unseen to the waking eye. They soared through realms of history written in the language of stars, where Sweet Pea's favorite stories were animated in vibrant vistas. In one corner, tales of adventure shook the very air with the laughter of daring heroes. On another shelf, soft whispers of ancient wisdom cascaded like gentle rain through the corridors. Sweet Pea felt at home in this enchanted library, her very soul intertwined with the love of knowledge and the magic of imagination. Marigold wove all around her, creating gusts that carried the most fragrant whispers. The secrets of the universe waiting eagerly for an adventurous spirit to uncover them. Guided by Marigold's elemental music, Sweet Pea unlocked new chapters filled with shimmering lights and profound mysteries. As the night grew deeper, the shadow of dusk enveloped the sky, leaving Sweet Pea with a feeling of fulfillment and peace. She and Marigold bid farewell to the celestial library, returning to the cozy nook where their journey began. With a soft smile, Sweet Pea settled into her bed, her dreams swirling with stories and Marigold's shimmering air caressing her gently to sleep. Let tonight's story be a guide to restful sleep.